this force is nothing but your own force. First of all, it's an illusion that you are separated from home, that you're not home right now. It's a false feeling. And it's a false feeling arising from the partial perspective you have now. But the fact that you're here and now, the fact that you're experiencing this world of shapes and forms and colors and names and illusions and phenomena of coming and going, of life and death, this was your decision. You're not here because somebody else other than your highest self wanted you to be here. It is not an external force to the force of your own inner self that brought you here and decided that you should have this experience for some reason. Therefore, enjoy it. Make the most out of it and understand that it is you who actually created all this for yourself. There are two things that I want to recommend. One movie called Cypher, not so well known, but very, very, very esoteric. Not at first sight, you would think it's just an adventure, an action movie or something initially, but very esoteric, and it describes this adventure of the Supreme Self into the creation. The Supreme Self throws itself into the creation and forgets about itself, because only in doing so he can achieve something. Namely, only in doing so he can have these experiences of what does it feel to be like in the body, and only in the body, and focus mainly on the body, or the body with some feelings, or some feelings and some energies, but not everything all at once like the self experiences. The self experiences continuous non-differentiation, continuous oneness. Okay, but how does it feel to be in non-oneness? Because in the infinity of freedom, of possibilities that the self has, this is one of them. To lose yourself so that you refine yourself. And in this losing of the self, to go through this carousel of experiences, shapes, identifications, self-understandings, images, connections, different experiences, and so on, only to discover that ultimately you are always there and you are never lost to yourself. You are never anywhere. You are never separate from any of the things that you are experiencing as being separate. And it's all part of this magical mystery of the self. Many mystics are trying to understand what makes us, what makes God fundamentally take this decision to just suddenly wrap himself up and forget about himself and split himself into billions, trillions, infinity of pieces, of selves, of beings, of consciousnesses, of forms, of names, of phenomena. Well, what most of them say, it's a process of self-discovery, exactly like Eckhart was saying. God returns to God. God rediscovers himself. It's his play. And we are him in this play. We're just not realizing that. And we are meant not to realize that. And it's no tragedy if we don't realize that. But when we come to understand, when we start noticing that it might be a tragedy for us, that there might be something else, that's when we start remembering that. But it's a vague memory, like a feeling there, not very clear within us. I'm more than just this. There's a feeling, certainty almost, that for sure I'm more than this. I'm not satisfied any longer with being just the body, with being just the mind, with being just the emotions. That shows, well, your part now is ready to move to backstage again, you know? Step out of the stage. Well, it might take millions of years, millions of lives till you get to the backstage and you let go of the role you are playing. But you remember, at least now, it's like this, something there inside of me. You don't realize, but this is what it is, this longing of ourselves to transcend, to overcome, to live harmony, to love, to experience beauty, to experience purity, to let go of all the smallness and little things in our life and just to be universal and just to be supreme. All these feelings, it's actually just the self saying, yeah, now, back, yeah. I've seen the experience, it's nice. No, I mean, there's still many experiences to go through on the way until you get back. And they're all meant to be there. I mean, just contemplating this, and it gives you such an open experience of the self and the beautiful game.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on spirituality, Tantra and more.
And if you want to sign up for our online classes or for our retreats, you can see our website on the description below.